Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. This is Dr. Gwen from the Dr. Gwen International Inc. and host of the iTunes show, the Dr. Gwen Podcast Show. I am so delighted to be here with you again. It is Monday, and for a moment, I almost thought this was the third Monday of the month. I realize now there are 5 Mondays in the month of October. And so here we are. Now, today our conversation is about getting the results that you want. Now, as you know, I'm a business coach and I've got clients that I coach from anywhere from their weight loss with hypnosis to business results that is quadrupling or tripling actually their business income to personal life issues that are holding them back, just about every area of life, because we're humans, right? And what do humans have? They have challenges at times. So my conversation with you today is about overcoming the challenges that are going to help you to get the results that you want. So I've got a conversation I hope to share with you, a story or two of my own personal experience that it is my desire will help you to see clearly why or how to overcome some of those challenges that you may be having in your business or in your life. Now, first I want to ask you this. Are you having any kind of challenges with something in your life? It may be a personal issue or it may be a business issue. Are you having struggles with something? Now, the next thing is, have you asked yourself why? Have you come to a realization of why you may be having the issues? Sometimes that question why I don't like, because that question why opens up a can of worms to push out excuses and justification for not getting results we want. But in this sense today, what I really want you to do is to ask yourself, why? What is the reason? Is there something that is causing you to not have the results that you want to get? Now, first, I'd like to start by saying that there are a number of reasons that people don't get the results they want, and we've had conversations about this on this particular broadcast, not this exact one, but on my live casts about reasons why people don't get results. We've talked about procrastination, we've talked about the lack of prioritization, even that lack of not identifying exactly what it is that is important to you so you can focus on those things that are important to you. So what do you believe is the reason why you may not be achieving the results that you want? Now, I want to give you a few things to consider. Maybe these may be your reasons, maybe they're not. But hopefully, if you're struggling to get to what is the deep reason why you're not getting the results, maybe these may spark some ideas for you. The first thing I want you to think about is perhaps you may be looking for a clear line of view from start to finish with every single incremental step jotted and titled. Like you may be looking for complete details of how to start and every step in between. Now, I know that there are people like that because I was one of those. Even though I accomplished my goals and I achieved things that I set out to do, there were times in my experiences when I felt like if the task was not my job responsibility, and if the task was somewhere way out there that had a high stake vision, I was not going to be the one to volunteer myself to be the the leader of that project because I wanted to make sure that I could see the start from the finish. Now, I've learned since then that that is really not the approach, that to step out and to do big, powerful things, you have to take risks and you have to throw yourself out there on the line and declare something. So I have learned that I need to throw myself out there and state what I want. And even though I may not see how I'm going to get to it, I'm going to start. I give you an experience about when I wrote one of my books. I started writing that book years before and put out a draft with about 12 chapters in the book and set it aside a little bit because I felt the book is about life and living, and I needed to have some more experience in my own life before I felt like I could put that book out there that's going to benefit people. So I set it down and waited a few years. And then I came back to the book and I looked at the chapter outlines, and those didn't seem like what I wanted anymore. So I revamped that and started over, put out another set of chapters, started writing. And as I'm writing, there are these conflicting thoughts that are coming in my mind telling me, oh, I don't want to put that in there. I don't want to put this in there. And all the hurdles that could possibly show up to stop me. So I set the book down again and I said, I'm going to wait for some clarity. Then years later, I picked the book back up and started a completely new outline because it had to feel right for me with what I was about to share. And it didn't at that point. So I started the outline. I wasn't clear on exactly how the book was going to start or finish. And I set out a goal, though, of what I hope to accomplish. And this time I told myself, you know what? I am just going to write. I'm going to start. I'm not going to keep starting and putting it off and waiting for things to suddenly get clear. And a magical thing happened. As I started writing and I purposed that I was going to be continuous about it, what happened was near magical. In fact, it was magical. It was as though I had a being breathing through my hands and writing the script of that book. And it flowed so magically out of me that I know that had to be supernatural. So I started writing and writing, and as I wrote, ideas started popping in, and more ideas started popping in. So as it popped in, I would go back up to that section and insert it where it fit, and would just keep going and going and going. And you know what? The book is about to be published. Sometime next year in January, you should have that book in your hand. And it is my desire that that book is going to inspire you to no end in your life. But the point that I want to make from this is you have got to start. Start and everything will unfold. Don't wait until you have the answer. The answer doesn't always come that way. What is it for you that's stopping you right now? What is it that's keeping you from getting the results you want? Are you getting it? Are you finding you need to have every single incremental step spelled out for you so that before you can proceed and do what you need to do? Because if you're doing that, you may just never get to the end result. So that was one instance of why you may not be getting the results you want. The second one may be that you're allowing challenges that are before you to stop you, and that those challenges may be keeping you back because you feel like you have failed at something before, and if you try it again, you just may end up failing again. A story that I can tell about this one is about a little over a year ago, a year and close to 3 months. I had a small clot that passed through my brain, the left side of my brain, and that left my left hand and my left leg incapacitated to a certain degree. I would walk with a limp, and I had to learn to use my left hand. When I put it up here, it felt like it was out there. It was just so weird and surreal how that experience left me appreciating how much we take the things for granted that we do automatically. But after that event, when I started to work out again, I realized that my left hand was not anywhere near it was. But I started to work out, and I got slightly discouraged as I lay on my side to do that left plank with my left elbow underneath my shoulder and propped up on my left side. I just couldn't support my weight. I kept falling down, and I kept falling down. But the persistence in me wouldn't allow me to give up. And it was just even today that I noticed how much I had advanced. Because even if I were sitting on the floor and I tried to get up, it was a challenging thing. I would stumble forward and just really be uneasy and clumsy getting up. But now I prop up and I pop up, right? And so the point of that story is persistence pays off. It doesn't matter how things are looking in front of you right now. See, what we have learned to do as humans is to allow our current circumstances to color our belief about what we think is possible. Are you doing that? Is that the reason why you're not achieving your goals today? Are you looking at the circumstances that are in front of you? Oh, I don't have the funds to take on that goal, or I don't have enough resources to do that, or I lack ability to do it. Listen, persistence and getting in action is what's going to get you there. If I had stopped and go, oh my goodness, I just cannot even do this. I can't even get up on my left elbow. What am I going to try? If I had given up, I would never be where I am today. So the point that I'm trying to make to you is that it doesn't all happen in that instance, and it doesn't matter what it looks like right now. Just stay at it and you will get better over time. Now, the third one is you may be just plain old stuck in your own rigid ways, questioning every process, questioning every new idea, just questioning because maybe you've tried something before and it didn't work. And so you've completely cut it off out of your brain that this thing is never going to work and I'm not going to try it again. Listen, this almost ties in with the previous one about persistence. But you have to be also open. You can't be rigid, okay? Because nothing actually starts off and ends up the way you thought it would in between. The actions in between are typically not what you think they are. So you have to stay open for what shows up. Don't be rigid that, oh my goodness, if I've laid this plan and I say I'm going to do this and there's a block in my way so I can't do it, I'm just going to give up. No, find a way around it, find a way under it, find a way over it. And if not, go through it. But you must not allow yourself to be rigid. You've got to be open to what shows up and go with the flow in the midst of it. Now, the fourth and final reason may just be that you don't have any goals. You don't have any clear goal in mind. You may not know clearly what it is you want to achieve. You may just have an idea of what you think it is, and you're not sure about what those results may look like either. Well, it's time to get off of that bandwagon. It's time to stop riding that horse. If you are stuck and you know you want something and you're not exactly sure what that is going to look like, then I'm going to invite you to reach out. Reach out to me. I'd be very thrilled to offer you a complimentary session and to help you to become clear about the goals that you want to achieve for your life, and to also help you to identify what that end result will be that will cause you to feel exuberant and fulfilled in this world. Because make no mistake about it, you are here for a purpose. You didn't just fall out of your mother's womb to occupy this world. You came here for a reason, okay? So you must discover what that reason is, and you must live it in its fullest, because only when you do that will your life be happy and fulfilled. And only when you do that can you be thrilled with the results you're getting. Otherwise, you're probably burnt out right now. So the link that you will access to schedule a complimentary session with me will be http, and you know the colon and backslash, the drgwen.as.me, M-E, backslash complimentary. And complimentary is spelled with an I, COMPLIMENTARY. So access that link and schedule a session with me so we can get on it and get you getting those results that you're looking for in your life once and for all. My friends, this is Dr. Gwen, empowering lives to live purposefully and passionately, and you have the most amazing Monday and rest of the month. Bye.